coming into December and I'm not working out how many shopping days it is till Christmas. Now in December, of course, it's still fine to plant all of your favourite summer vegetables. I mean, you can put in tomato plants and basil and eggplants and courgettes and all of those things. But the only problem is on 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃 is that for a lot of us we're starting to get concerned about whether we'll have enough water to look after little seedlings and keep them going. I wanted to show you this planter box, which is on a little patio just outside my kitchen. We've kept it going, growing herbs and salad greens and even tomatoes for many, many years, and it continues to produce right through even the driest months because it's right next to our kitchen. So we collect our dishwater in a basin and then just come out and water the plants, and that way, without using any water from our tank, we're able to have a garden even through January, February, when everything else is drying up. We generally grow herbs and salad greens in this planter box, things that we just can nip out from the kitchen because we want a few herbs or we want a few leaves for a salad. But the nice thing about it is that it's constantly changing. So for example, you can see that the parsley is going to seed, so very soon I'll be taking this out and putting in I've got some spring onions, and I'm also going to put in some little beetroot greens. Other things like, well, this needs to be trimmed back. We've got some little lettuces that are quite young and just coming on, so it's a kind of like just a constant rotation of what can go in and what we feel like eating and what we've got available. You might remember that back in October I showed you how to plant a potato in a bucket, and you can see here it's been growing for quite a few weeks and it's doing really well. But you can plant pretty well anything in a container, and it doesn't have to be a flash planter box. Old buckets or large pots, pretty well anything. It's like any gardening. It's about the quality of the soil that you put in. It's about having a sheltered, sunny spot. It's about regular watering, so having it close to a watering source, and regular care, really. A couple of things that are really important if you're going to grow in containers are, well, first of all, make sure that you have a large enough container for the plant. I recently read that a single basil plant actually requires at least a bucketful of soil. Good to know. But also the quality of the soil. For something like this, I have used about a third of my own very mature compost mixed with some potting mix, and I will go on liquid feeding this right through the summer. The other thing, kind of a vexed question really as we come into the drought, is whether or not to put drainage holes in your bucket. Now, everything you read about container planting is going to say you must have drainage, and certainly if there's a lot of rain, then yes, you don't want your plants rotting. But I have, through the hottest part of the summer, successfully grown tomatoes in buckets without drainage, because quite honestly the challenge is keeping the water in, not giving it a chance to go out. So if you are going to put drainage holes into your bucket, I really recommend that you have a dish underneath so that you're not just watering from the top and having it going all the way through and out the bottom. Of course, as with all summer gardens, mulch is really important for containers as well. And here you can see I'm experimenting with using rocks as a mulch because it does keep the water in, and it also, the birds can't come in and create havoc.